welcome to a new edition of Voldemort News. Today, October the 30th of 2010, two main news has been shocking all media sources. To begin with, we're going to talk about China that is in the actual fragile state. We're going with you, Diana.
Thank you, Justin. Now here we are with Diana, and we're going to talk about China's next possible leader. Tell me, Diana, what is happening in China right now?
Well, what is happening right now in China is that there is about to be a new leader. This could not be good news because their country has faced various painful successions before. This is not the first time that the conflict could arise. A new transition is about to happen soon, and the whole globe is uncertain of what consequences this might bring to China. The world is uneasy mainly because of two things. One is that no one has a clue of how this man could change the nation. And the second one could be, will this new leader head to a less communist state?
Who is this man and what has he done?
The name is Xi Jinping. He has hardly made a name of his own and he has no fame. He is relatively new to the political world. But in October, he was elected vice chairman of China's Central Military Commission. It is said that he is to take over President Hu's place by 2012 because of this new position.
How did he get to where he's now?
Well, how he got here is very unclear because this situation resembles that of Mr. Kim Jong-un in North Korea.
And what are the pros and cons of this succession?
There are various pros and cons of this succession. On the positive side, Mr. Xi has made improvements on the provinces of Fujian, Zhejiang, and Shanghai. But the world doesn't know if Xi could take over the country because this is a very difficult stance. This man is practically a newbie in the political world, and there are many people who resent his rise in the circle.
And why is the world nervous?
Well, I like to think that there should be afraid of Xi's sudden rise, but because taking over a nation is such a difficult thing to do, many Chinese politicians are in disagreement because he rose to power very quickly throughout these last times. Maybe Mr. Xi could do it better than others, but some politicians think that they should be in a better place. They are better fitted to this place, to the presidency of China. But maybe Mr. Xi would talk sometimes to bring democracy to China, which is something really new to the communist state.
And why will he speed things up?
Well, this is a very controversial question, mainly because China's economic gains could be lost in an attempt to loosen up the state. Because, as you know, the Communist Party has a lot of pressure under the population. But if Chinese people start to demonstrate their newfound voice, there are lots of conflicts because of this. But if we want everything to go all right, Mr. Xi should relax the party's grip on dissent, lift this shroud of secrecy, and make vital economic reforms.
Thank you, Diana, for this information.
Thank you. Back to you, Josie.
Thank you, Alejandro, for your interview, and Diana for your information. Now, we're going with Ruben Mejia, who has an important news about the privatizing coal in India.
Thank you, Jesse. The news concerning India today is about the privatization's plan over coal. Recently, India sold up 10% of the shares of the government of selling and production of coal. This causing an increase of $3.5 billion in the last days. India is the largest producer of coal in the world, meaning that these actions will have an impact. For example, it will allow more quicker privatization and the prices would fall between the different companies. Coal accounts now for more than 80% of Indians' domestic production, meaning that everything has been going well for this Asian country. However, have to be improved, like how the coal is being produced. The recently privatized firms still have problems of how obtaining the mineral, like they are running out for places to dig and extract the mineral, and they have also failed to extract it from the deeper seams. In India, the government, along with the firms, also have to be aware that there are currently more than 400 million people that have no access to electricity, meaning that an increase of the demand will happen in the future. It is hoped that privatization will bring a better management over this aspect. Thank you, and back to you, Jess.
Thank you everyone for your information. Well, people, this is the end of this edition of Baltimore News. We hope you enjoy it, and remember, this is the only channel that tells the truth.